Located just off 6th Street in the lively entertainment district of Austin, Texas, sits a modern-day haberdashery, the Hatbox. Filled to the brim with every imaginable style of hat, the Hatbox has a style specifically suited for you. So let's check it out.
A haberdashery is traditionally a men's accessories store. We call ourselves a modern haberdashery because we cater to men and women.
Okay, and you're located here in Austin, and you're on 6th, is it 6th Street?
It's 115 East 6th Street.
Okay, and you're right across from the Driscoll Hotel.
We are.
Which everybody knows where that is.
Yep, we get a lot of tourists from the Driscoll.
Yeah, and then you have something kind of unique here with these hats. I mean, you have both men and women's hats, but there's a difference here. You actually custom fit a lot of these hats, don't you?
We do. We like to measure everybody's head that comes in, and if we can't find them the right size, we can stretch their hat. We can open up the crown a little bit with our hat stretcher that we have downstairs, or we can stick some sizing foam under the sweatband to snug it up a little bit if it's too big.
And then, you know, you have a lot of different varieties of hats. Can you talk a little bit about the different kinds of varieties of hats that you have here?
Definitely. Well, the traditional Texan hat that a lot of tourists will come in asking for is the cowboy hat, of course, which we have those. But probably the most popular style that we carry right now is the fedora. And a lot of people are wearing stingier brim fedoras these days, which is a shorter brim fedora. But we also carry a lot of classic style fedoras. We've got pork pies, we've got top hats, which actually are pretty popular these days. We have bowlers. Some people call bowlers derby hats.
Right, they're the round.
Yeah, and that style originated in the UK, but when they brought it over to America, that's what everyone was wearing to the Kentucky Derby, so people started calling it the derby hat.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but then we also have derby style hats for women, which are like traditionally the more wider brimmed hats that are like really fancy and embellished. People have a lot of associations with hats. A lot of times customers will come in asking for a specific hat they saw in a movie, and they'll say, you know, I want the Indiana Jones hat, I want the Mad Men hat, I want, you know, the Breaking Bad pork pie.
Okay,
so people come in asking for those things, and a lot of times Google can be our best friend in those situations. If we haven't seen a particular movie, we can, you know, jump online and see what exactly they're asking for. This hat is by Stetson.
Okay.
It's called the Stratoliner. This is a classic fedora.
That's the old Stetson.
Yep.
That's a well-known name in hats. I even know that.
It is, definitely. A lot of people come in asking for Stetson, and they actually designed this hat for the executives of the Stratoliner airline back in the 60s.
Oh my goodness.
So that's why it has a little airplane pin on the side.
There's a little airplane thing right here. That is cool.
That's how it got its name.
And it feels real soft. What is this made out of?
This is a fur felt hat, so it's going to be a beaver fur.
Okay, and then do they shape these anyway, or is this just worn traditionally in this style?
You can flip the brim down in the front. Some people like it that way.
Right, okay.
And when you flip it down, you always want to pull it out to the temple, so it creates a nice line.
Nice, very nice.
And most of our hats that you see stacked like this can flip down on their own. If they don't, we can steam it down for you.
Oh, great.
This style is called a cloche. It's by Eugenia Kim.
Sure, and that's
She's actually pretty popular with all of those celebrities these days. And cloche actually means bell in French. And this is what the flappers wore in the 20s.
Yeah, and it kind of looks sort of like a bell.
Yeah,
there
exactly.
You go. And then what's this one made out of?
It's also a fur felt.
Okay, this is nice.
Yeah.
This is real pretty.
This is one of my personal favorites. This is by a local milliner. A milliner is a maker of women's hats.
Women's hats, okay.
A hatter is a maker of men's hats.
Okay, very good.
So yeah, she's a local milliner, and I just love this piece.
And the blackbird, which are everywhere in Austin. You know, right?
The grackles, yeah.
They're called grackles?
They're called great-tailed grackles. Yeah,
and they're loud, and they make a lot of different sounds. I mean, you think you're in the tropics, you don't know where you are. They almost mimic other bird sounds, it sounds like to me.
Maybe we should name this hat the Grackle then.
Hey, good thinking there.
I'll have to ask her what she thinks about that.
All right. See, hey, we're innovative here. What can I say? So, you know, you're over here, and I'm sure you have a website. I'd like people to know what that is.
Oh, yeah, it's just hatbox.com.
When they're in town, basically get over here. Oh, it's right over by the Driscoll off 6th Street, and you'd be more than happy to size them up and get them in the right hat, right?
That's right. And we also have a second location at the Domain.
Okay.
It's a big mall about 20 minutes north of here.
That's good to know. So when you're in Austin, get your hats over here and have a great time, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And thank you so much for being here with us. And until next time, just remember to enjoy.